Namaste. Good morning, beautiful souls. Let's all take a big breath in, big breath out. Grand rising, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. I just feel that today's reading is going to be really special for those of you that celebrate Epiphany. There, and I'm sure there are other special occasions around the world that are marked on this day. Today is the reading for the Star card, and I feel like it's following on just this perfect day. Today is the 6th day of January 2023, and so this particular day is a 6th day, as well as being the 6th of January. Numerologically, today is a 6th day, which feels so harmonious and beautiful. So that is a blessing in itself as well. The star is another 8 by reduction, and it feels that it's an honoring of this energy, the frequency of 8 that we are working with this year. So good morning to all of you. Good morning, Clevis. Okay. This beautiful star card that is in Mel's deck is just, it's really something. And so the star, there's stars. Let's just talk about stars in general. And I know this card has been called stars in some decks over the years, and I think this is truly a card that gives us inspiration and hope. It's a card that also reminds us of our, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but how small we are and how grand this world is. The cosmos is such an awe-inspiring thing, and I think one of the things about this card is that it strikes a sense of wonder. And let this reading be that for you today, to have that that childlike wonder, of that innocent wonder in your heart of what all of this means and how we are all connected through the cosmos. This is the card of Aquarius, of those idealists, and those who do indeed reach for the stars in many ways. It is it's one of the fixed signs, so it is an anchor point in the year. It is an anchor point energetically. I think it's a really important principle that we all hold on to. I hold this dearly. This is 6 months across from my sun sign, so I am on the Leo Aquarius axis. Always had so much intrigue with this card. What is your North Star? And I think that's one primary question, if this were my card, to really keep looking a little bit further than you normally look. To trust that there truly is a light a little bit further down the road than you have been paying attention to previously last year. One of my favorite things about this card is its silence. Peace. And even in the Marseille deck, much like in the Waite-Smith deck, I feel that we are in an oasis. We are in this sacred, contained space where we truly feel peace and it's like we've walked through a portal and we're not quite sure what time zone we're in. And we know that should this, um, should we exit from this oasis, things will be a little different. But I think an important part is knowing that we can come back here at any time. And I think we often forget that. And this is really important. So create your sacred oasis as a dedication, as a practice for yourself this year, so that you can keep coming back to the star, keep coming back to your star. This card has always had a strong pull for me as a thread connected to temperance, perhaps a higher frequency of temperance. And instead of being the healer, we are now in the space of healing. The action is no longer required. There's so much trust that is built into this. The central card of this series zodiacally is the Six of Swords. And I wonder if I don't know how quickly I can find it. What is your favorite Six of Swords card? Making this connection can really make a world of difference in understanding the star and understanding the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Six and it wouldn't surprise me if Six of Swords showed up in this reading today. It's just feeling like this is a very cosmically connected sort of energy. This is one of my favorite Six of Swords. This is from the Lumina Tarot. And to me, this just kind of feels like Epiphany. And doing this reading on Epiphany, I wonder as well, too, if that word has a frequency that will be with this reading and be with the energy of your year, perhaps allowing more cosmic connection. One of the ways to increase your receptivity is to chant mantra, to be in nature every day, or to be by the ocean, to find alone time. Practices, I think, I should have said that first, silence practices. If you can dedicate this year a day, one day, 24 hours to disconnect from electronics, to practice silence, it would really shift. And even if you could just do it for a month, just to give it a little test run, that's really something beautiful. Now the stars themselves, the connection to planetary energy, whether we're looking at a 7-pointed star, an 8-pointed star, whether we're looking at Venus or the sun or the cosmos, all of that. There's so many potent connections in this card. And I would also suggest that perhaps maybe there's an intrigue, astrologically speaking, that would make more sense to you this year or would bring a new level of connection. And that doesn't mean start taking an astrology course. That would mean you just find an angle and dive into it and explore it. Maybe this is about a curiosity about a particular planet, or I don't know, just get really curious about a bigger picture. This is not the eagle on top of the mountain. This is you going beyond that. Enjoying the nighttime, being in reverence in the nighttime. And when you get to a season where you can spend more time outside at night and sleep under the stars, remember that this is your card for 2024. Shall we read Lloyd's poem? I didn't preview it, but I've been finding connection with most of his poems. Star radiantly shines. Star need not do. Oh, this didn't I just say that? Star need not do, but lives in being. Star knows her magnificent radiance. Star stands still and attracts all. All look to Star, forgetting that they are no less. Star is the prime, alone, turning others onto their own brilliant perfection. Star is knowing that being all we are is sufficient. When the star card shines upon you, recognize and honor your deep, glowing magnificence. See yourself as others and others as you. In sweet, silky jade, like Kuan Yin, compassionately pour liquid love over all others. Anoint them. The energy of Star is magnificent, but still, Star is you twinkling in the deepest part, eager to emerge. Star stands radiant in galaxies of many. Star is you humbly growing. This is a reading for 2024. For those of you with the Star card as your card of the year, for those with Aquarius in their constellation, for those who are simply inspired on this day of Epiphany, to be in the frequency of a reading for the Star card. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. All right. Well, let's begin with the two cards up at the top that are both ones. So we have the Magician and the Wheel. This fits really beautifully into this energy. And if you were in a 16 year last year, and this is your year of a fresh, clean start, a new beginning, these cards are perfectly aligned with that. Building connections. I love that the wheel is showing up here, and in many cards we do see the 4 fixed signs on the wheel card. And I wonder as well too, sometimes there is a tendency with the fixed signs to resist change, and yet Aquarius energy, this star energy, Okay. So maybe there's a little bit here. Hi, Adriana. Maybe there is a little bit here of not wanting to leave sacred space. I'm going to come back to the 1 and the 10 in a moment, but I just feel like, so this is an important message. Sometimes we go into phases of seclusion spiritually or like physically during COVID. There may be other reasons why we seclude ourselves from certain groups or certain places for our protection. But there comes a time when we must go out into the world to share our energy in one way or the other. And I think after a 16-year, if that was your card last year, it may be important to find this protective space. But there is, and you can see with all the swords cards that are around this, I'm looking at the sword in front of the magician too, and the magician turning away from that sword and sort of looking towards the wheel. We have the Son of Swords, the Mother of Swords. You have something to share here, vocally, verbally. Um, this is not going to be a year of a whole year of sitting back. Jupiter and Saturn up at the top there. So the expansive energy is the wheel. And Jupiter, so this is the Jupiter card as well. This is Jupiter. It found its home here. It's ready. It's ready for change. It's ready to begin to accept and live with the flow of life, to be more in a place of trust, to allow guidance, to trust the messages that you receive from your star, from your guides, from your prayers, from your dreams, to wander into each of those trustingly and to really learn to listen. I wonder about the Saturn card on the magician. Saturn creates walls, protection. And this might be for refinement of your tools, refinement of your resources, really sort of getting to know, practicing getting to know what your emotional resources are, what your fiery resources are. For some reason, there's a container around the magician. There's a wall with the magician. Now, this could simply be a resistance to share your resources, for sure. But I feel as if this first couple of months, there is a need. And what I was saying about the silence practice, that fits here as well too, that you take some time, 6 weeks. Today is a 6th day. It's the 6th day of January. I would say to take at least 6 to 8 days to be alone. You could be in a 6 or an 8 day sadhana of sorts where you practice and you get something going. You get your spiritual resources going. Now, this could also be for some reason, I'm thinking about cooking, which doesn't feel very airy, but let's just go with it because it's what's coming through. And I was thinking about knives, and that's connected to swords, chopping. And imagine this is about you perfecting your knife skills and spending 7-8 days perfecting your knife skills before you go to the, I don't know, the job interview at the restaurant. I'm not sure what this is, but there's this invitation for you to um, be in your container for a little while. Okay, so let's go around the full circle before I sign off and get to part 2. So the Venus and Mars pair of cards. In the Mars position, we have the Mother of Swords. So the position of war, action, fiery call to action energy. Mother of Swords is sitting here. As I said, it's time to find your voice. There will be something that you need to share and express. Gosh, maybe this is about you doing a cooking show. On the other side is in the Venus position is solar energy, Father of Cups. So that water, solar king sitting in the Venusian, over the Venusian sign. So even though this message long term feels like a call to action, there is a tenderness here. There is a tenderness to pause, to listen, to feel, experience. There's something about that Magician and Father of Cups, like, sometimes people talk about with the tarot cards how they like the way they smell. They love the sound of the shuffling. They just like to sit and be with the cards in their hands. And so whatever your thing is, be with it in all of your sensorial dimensions. Listen, feel, smell. Let all of your senses participate. Mercury, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Okay, so which aspect of Mercury is this? Mercury doesn't like to be contained. There is an eye, it looks like a dream catcher, right? The eye in the center of the dream catcher. Perhaps there is the intelligence of, and Mercury is very much in alignment with Aquarius energy. So this is a strong card here. I would sit with this Four of Wands, and 4 as stability, but this is the fire 4. This is New Year 4, Aries 4. And in the season of Aries, Venus, who is in her detriment, shows up here. And there's this dance with masculine and feminine in this 4. How does this 4 of Wands? This could also be a progression from the Magician, saying that by taking some time to develop your relationship with fire, your confidence, your anger, your candle magic, whatever it is, that you will create a new vision for that. Okay. The lunar energy is the 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to get to that in the next section. And then the earth is the Sun of Swords. And so we'll look at the relationship between the Sun and the Mother of Swords and what that might represent. Okay, and if you wish to continue with me, here's the link for Star Part 2. It's also, if for any reason I put down the wrong one, it should be in the description box below. And so if you're not aware, I'm doing two parts for each of these readings. One part is sort of an introduction, and then I'm going a little bit deeper as a special members feature. And thank you all so much for your support in my channel and being here for these readings. Bright blessings to you all on this 6th day of January 2024. Namaste.